All right, welcome to another episode of Becoming a Scrum Master. I'm your host, Ryan Ripley. Joining me today is Dimitri, a fellow professional Scrum trainer with Scrum.org and Agile coach. He does Agile for value, kind of close to Agile for humans, but Agile for value. Maybe value is better than humans. I don't know. And looks like Accenture as well. So, Dimitri, thanks for joining us and thanks for doing this.
Thanks for having me, Ryan.
Oh, of course. We'll get right into it. Can you share the story of how you first encountered Scrum and what motivated you to become a Scrum Master? And was there any particular moment or experience that really sparked your interest?
Hmm. Yeah, my story is called "Kicked Out Before Christmas."
Okay.
Right? So
Uh-oh.
it's like 2011, 12 years back, and it's around this time of the year, and I'm a project manager. I'm managing a software development project that, right from the start, it had like big red warning signs flashing all over it. Okay, I mean, according to traditional project management, the risk assessment, it was, riskful all the way. It
Sure.
was a new customer, so we had never worked with this customer before. It was a new technology. We had never used this technology before. And of course, my company had seriously underestimated the effort needed because we wanted to get in the customers. So we overpromised. We promised things that could not be delivered.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. So we started in June, 3 months in the project. At around September, we realized that we had to come clean to the customer about our overpromising, and we did negotiate a new deal, giving us some breathing space. We thought so. We had another 3 months, but this was the first and last extension we would get in the project. And then we started really a tough period. Yeah, it was like a death march project. Death march where
Oh, yeah.
prisoners of war march in the desert, and when someone falls from exhaustion, then nobody picks them up. They just keep on going. This was my project team. So people would work very late, people would work on weekends, and they would call in sick, or they would threaten to resign, or they would resign. So we had to find replacements very fast. So it was really hell, 3 months from hell. Still, things did not improve. We did not improve our collaboration with the customer. Things were not going good. And right before Christmas, so at this time of the year, the customer was about ready to kick us out. So the CIO of my customer called my boss, and they said, This is not working out. The project is heading for the rocks." And it really was heading for the rocks. So at this time, I was reading about Agile and Scrum. This was my hobby. Reading was my hobby, so I read about it. So I thought that we might as well give it a try. I mean, it was a lost cause anyway, so we didn't have anything to lose. So I reached out to my customer's project manager and I said, "George, I have this idea. Can we try something?" He said, "Okay, I mean, we're going to lose our jobs anyway, so we might as well try." We went over to the business part of my customer and we told them, "Guys, you have you have asked for about 50 functionalities. You haven't gotten anything yet, we know, but we just wanted to know, are these 50 equally important? All these 50 functionalities, are they equally important?" And they said, "No, of course not. These 10 out of 50 are really going to solve like 80% of our problem. Because right now we're doing all the things manually. So if we give us these 10, it will save us about 80% of the problem." And we said, "Okay, what if we deliver this in a month? Just these 10, nothing more. So we will not deliver the full project, and we will not tell you when we will deliver the rest 40, the other 40. But this 10 we will deliver within a month." And they said, this can be great. Maybe we can, not kick you out just yet. Maybe we can wait another month, so what you can do." So I went back to the team And I asked them if it's doable, and they said yes, but we will not, deal with the other 40. We'll just pretend they don't exist. We'll just, we will do just this 10. And they did it. They did. I mean, they didn't do 10. They did 9, which was still pretty good. And they
Yeah.
did it. They did it right after Christmas, and they even took vacation on Christmas, which was like a big gift given the situation of the project. But they did deliver. And then, something magical happened during the review. We didn't call it sprint review, but it was, a customer review. When we presented the functionalities, then everyone was really happy, and the project team breathed again. They had a great sign of relief. And then, I mean, this was just mind blowing for me. I had saved a project because after that we started delivering another 10, and then another 5 every 2 weeks, and then this went on for years, and it was considered a very, very successful project.
It's
So
great.
Agile says saved my project management career. Actually, it didn't, because I never came back to being a project manager again. I started becoming a Scrum Master right away after that. I saw the light, yeah.
Very
And
nice.
yeah, and this is my Scrum story.
Very good. So, I mean, you've talked about a specific project or situation already, but has there ever been a Eureka moment where you saw the true power and potential of Scrum? And could you describe that experience?
Yeah, we have a lot of this as Scrum Masters. We do have a lot of this, and every time it's different, and every time it's almost equally good. So apart from this first experience I had, uh, it's always mind blowing when people, especially people high in the hierarchy, they experience their first sprint review. So when you, as a Scrum Master, sometimes you start with a new customer, and then you gather a small group of people that are in the first line, low in the hierarchy, yeah, and you work for them for a sprint, 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and then at the end you call all the people from management of the company, maybe managers high in the hierarchy ladder, and the team calls them over for a sprint review. And
Mm.
when they see and experience the sprint review, it's mind blowing for them, and it's very satisfying for the Scrum Master, and also a Eureka moment on how you can actually cause change in a company. So just by connecting the people that actually do the work with the people that make the decisions, and they see how they can achieve things within a very short time period, and they see how they can self-organize, and they see how the team can solve problems by themselves, and they see how they can work out and find workarounds in situations that are not easy to navigate in a complex organizational structure. So they find ways to overcome the challenges, and it's usually an eye opening for them, and it's a Eureka moment for us, because you think, this is how you can cause change.
It's great. How has your perception and execution of the Scrum Master role or accountabilities evolved? Are there aspects of the role or accountabilities that you view differently now compared to when you first started?
Hmm. Yeah, that's a great question. That's a great question. Initially, during my first Scrum Master assignments, I stayed a lot close to the Scrum guide. Yeah, I tried to do the events exactly as I thought they should be. I tried to teach more than coach. I tried um, to teach the people and the organization. I tried to show them Scrum very often. Later on, I realized that this is like the easy step, the first step. After the team learns the basics, learns the mechanics, and they have some breathing space, some protected space where they can operate, then usually they do pretty good. I mean, this is why Scrum is so popular. You give, you take a group of people and you teach them Scrum and you give them some breathing space, and they usually work great stuff. They work out great stuff. So, but after that, your role changes. Then you have to work with the interfaces of the team with the organization. And later on, when you create more teams, you work more on the organizational aspect and the interface aspect than the actual uh, team, or than the application, the adoption of Scrum within the team level. Then it gets more complex, it gets more difficult, but it also gets more impactful on the number of people you can actually, uh, the number of people that your lives you can actually influence. Yeah?
Oh, it's great.
So not just first the team, then the interactions of the team with the rest of the organization, and then the organization itself. So it's a different story each time, but it still continues to be the best job in the world.
That's awesome. So when we think about the aspiring Scrum Master, someone who's thinking about taking on this accountability, what advice would you give them? So is there a particular mindset, skill, or habit that you believe is crucial?
Mm.
Experience, things like that. What would you recommend to someone who's thinking about starting the Scrum Master journey?
Yeah, we've been thinking about this a lot. So at Accenture, we hire a lot of people. Our business agility practice is growing. So we're thinking about what we are looking for in a Scrum Master role, in a person applying to be a Scrum Master, or what do we post on our job postings. So I think from a skills point of view, we need people who are good with people. So we need people skills. We need people who are natural organizers, people who like to organize stuff. But most of all, we're looking for a personality trait that is called helping, like to helping others. So what we ask, even if people don't have any experience as a Scrum Master at all, what we ask is, uh, have you had any volunteering experience? So do you like helping others? Have you ever worked in a service industry where you served others, and how was that experience? And uh, we also like to focus a lot on their personal values, on people's personal values. So what do they value more in their life? And we don't ask this question, what are your personal values? We ask it in a different way. So for example, if you're looking for a business partner, yeah, to create a joint company, joint enterprise with one person, what would be the characteristics of this person?
Sure.
So if we hear answers like, uh, there's a person that has to be very open, very transparent, very honest, a person that likes to help others, likes to help the team achieve their goals, it means this is their personal values. So it means that it's a person that is suitable for the role.
Great. That's good to hear. I've got one more for you, Dimitri. I appreciate you giving these great answers. What is the one book every Scrum Master should read? And it does not have to be an Agile book, does not have to be a Scrum book, but one book that you think that every Scrum Master should read.
Mm. That's a tough one. So many good books out there. Um, yeah, I think I think well, it's not a book about Scrum. It's not a book about Scrum Masters, but it has influenced me personally a lot, and has given me some mental models that I have been using for quite a long time, and I think they're still very relevant. The book is Reinventing Organizations by Frederic Laloux,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's a mind-opening book. I think every person dealing with organizations, dealing with organizational change, should read this, and therefore every Scrum Master whose
It's
job
great.
is primarily change.
Love it. They came out with an illustrated version of that book, and that's how I finally got through it.
Ah,
I struggled with it, and everyone kept saying, "You got to read Lelou, you got to read Lelou," and I'm like, I'm not smart enough. Apparently, I can't get through it. But then they did this illustrated version of the book, and it was great. Really wonderful ideas. So I wholeheartedly agree. Lelou is a great author for Scrum Masters to check
ah,
out.
thanks for that. I'll try to get it. Yeah.
It's very good. So Dimitri, I appreciate you doing this. I'm out of questions. Is there anything you'd like to get in front of the listeners? Anything you'd like to promote? Anything that you think they should know about you?
Um, well, it's Christmas time, so I hope everyone has a great uh, vacation period. I hope uh, everyone keeps practicing what they love, and I hope everyone brings out their best self at work.
Yeah,
And we are really, I mean, as Scrum Masters, this is our job. Yeah, this is to unleash the potential of humans, to unleash the hidden human capital, hidden or suppressed in small and big organizations, so that people can enjoy their work more, and at the same time, organizations and companies achieve better business results through this.
it's great.
So, yeah,
Yeah,
thanks
thank
very
you so
much,
much.
Ryan, for having me.
Oh, of
It's been
course.
great.
No, this was really helpful. I think people they need to hear these journeys, right? To, as you were saying, to inspire, but also to show them it is a journey and there's quite a bit of growth and change. And so, no, I really appreciate you doing this.
Thank you very much, Ryan. Thank you very much.
Certainly. All right, everybody, be sure to like and subscribe so that we can keep on bringing you great discussions like this with Dimitri and others in the community. Be sure to check out the socials. A couple videos are going to pop up. It's our free Scrum 101 and our EBM, Evidence Based Management 101, our two playlists here on YouTube. Check those out. Get started on your journey. That's a good starting point for you. Be sure to leave a comment or question. Comments and questions drive the channel. Hey, share this with your friends. Sharing is caring and helps grow the audience and our ability to continue to bring videos like this as well. For Dimitri, I'm Ryan. Go forward, do some great Scrum things. Have a great holiday as and Merry Christmas, as Dimitri said, and we'll see you next time.